suppose somebody who is just starting, or somebody who is just started off in procurement, if that person is listening to us today, what kind of advice would you say about training and in procurement? What does he need to look out?
I think you need to take advantage of the opportunities that are there. So CIPS would be my first port of call. I think what they do for all of us as members is provide some structure to what a potential future career could look like. But more importantly, when you look at the website, it provides insight and guidance as some of the directions you could take, whether it be public or private sector, directs or indirects. There's lots of content on there that helps. And I think if you speak to people at SIPS, and I'm not just doing an advert, but it's something that I do. You speak to the people, and they're very keen to support and help you, because everybody's situation is different and everybody's needs are different. And actually, a lot of us, we're not really sure around our aspirations or goals. And what I find with SIPS or CILT or ISCM, it's all about them giving individual answers to you as a person that are appropriate to your wants, needs, experience, background. And for me, the question is, why wouldn't you speak to the governing bodies around supply chain and procurement? Surely that can only do good. And that would always be my advice. Actually, it's my advice to anybody, not just those people who are started out now, but to, old people like me. There's still benefits to listening and learning and understanding what else is out there that we can benefit from. Yes, there'll always be traditionalists around procurement and supply chain, but I think the best practitioners are the ones that listen more than they speak. I think that the power of youthfulness is coming in with the great ideas, the challenges, the innovation that, we need to embrace and learn. Because I learn probably more from my delegates, participants, students, than they probably learn from me if I'm delivering SRM training. Because as we say in the UK, every day is a school day. And if you've gotten to the point where you think, well, I can't learn anymore, it's probably time to retire. Because I just don't think that's productive or conducive, if you like, to, well, how can we make things better? What should we be challenging? What do we need to learn more about? What lessons can be learned? I've certainly experienced, the Groundhog Day element repeatedly in corporate life, where we just keep doing the same thing, get the same results, and sit there and wonder why. And I want new, fresh blood into the industry, into the categories, into the sectors, because those are the people that push us and challenge us and ask us the questions why. When we were children, we asked why repeatedly. We didn't stop. Why can't I have chocolate for breakfast? Why? And as we get older, we seem to have this knocked out of us. I want it put back in. I want people to challenge and ask why. Why, Andrew, would you suggest that SRM is the basis for procurement? Well, because I think relationships, platform, innovation, discussions, conflict resolution, etc. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's just my view. And I think the more we entertain others' views, regardless of experience, regardless of position, we respect those people because they can add something to our views of procurement and supply chain. So I would say to anybody going into procurement, don't be afraid to be heard. But by the same token, I would say to my peers in senior positions, don't be afraid to listen.
Right.
Ask people to provide comment. Ask people to feedback, constructively challenge. Otherwise, you're just going to do the same thing, and it's just boring, and it just does not stimulate anything or anybody. So be accepting of challenge. Ask for it. Demand it almost, because otherwise we will just continue doing the same stuff, and that's not what it's about. And that's why I feel we have an issue in early doors careers around procurement, because we just don't make it interesting enough. We don't sell it enough, and yet we expect people to come in and be able to sell to stakeholders the benefit of procurement as junior buyers, but we're not doing it ourselves. So I just think there's a missed opportunity. I think that SIPs and SILT and ISCM and etc. do whatever they can, but it's limited because there's so many things that students and people in school are being asked to do that this isn't seen as mainstream curriculum. But at least let's get it into university or colleges, and let's create an interest. Let's spark an interest and drive enthusiasm towards, wow, what a great career procurement is. And yes, it is. It's the best job in the world. And yeah, completely biased, but I think it is. And
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, grateful for the fact that I fell into it, but I don't want people to fall into it. I want people to want to do it.
Right.
And that's where I feel that we as members of SIPs or members of SILT should be stepping up and saying, how can I help? Rather than just, here's my annual fee, here's the letters after my name. What do we do? What do we do next? And in some cases, it sits in the too difficult column for lots of people, and that's fair enough. But there are those of us who want to do something, who want to help and support. Let us do it. Yeah. Give us the platform to shout and enthuse and motivate. That's really where